Yeah, right here.
Which products today are providing the middle ground between a soundbar and a 5-speaker system? The old model of home theater receiver with tons of buttons and cables has long been on life support. So soundbar and a 5-speaker system, let me just show something real quick on my screen here. Application window, this one here. So you guys see this one? So this is what I posted, right? Like this is our thumbnail, right? And then this guy, Tim Brickham says, anxious to hear more about the 5s from these 10s.
Look out.
All right. So what do you think? I mean, I think that's a pretty good middle ground between a soundbar and a 5-speaker system. I've been asking for a long time. I'm like, please come out with powered speakers with HDMI ARC.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I've been wanting that for a long time.
And when Joe and I were at CES in January, we're going to all these little things like, oh, look. He's like, does it have HDMI ARC? Does it have HDMI ARC? Some people said yes, and some people said no.
No,
when they said no,
like,
he was
no.
so disappointed. He was like, oh. And next time, put the HDMI ARC in that thing. And
are we at CES or what? What is this?
Yeah, so we're super excited. The 5s, we just announced those last week.
Yeah.
Or started to announce them. They're on pre-order right now, and they come out within the next few weeks. But yes, high resolution audio, plug and play, HDMI ARC, so they connect directly to the television. Definitely an upgrade to the soundbar since they've got stereo separation in your dedicated left and right channels. There's a subwoofer output, so you can connect it to that, and we're thrilled. They're going to be so impressive.
John,
they
are
so impressive.
Can you pull that up? Can you pull
now,
that?
You had the 6s prior to that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the 6s had a 6.5-inch driver, I believe.
Yes.
I think.
But no HDMI ARC.
Right.
No.
I mean, so definitely more technology in the 5s.
Yes, more technology. The 6s were a little bit bigger in the cabinet space, so more output, but the 5s are going to be hard to beat.
I'm super excited about those. Super excited.
I would think something with a little bit smaller footprint would fit in more people's homes.
Yeah.
Somebody that doesn't want the big speakers.
Check this thing out. So
they're gorgeous, man.
So here's what I'm excited about. So HDMI ARC makes it so that you can just use your existing remote to change the volume. So a lot of people, the simpler you can make it, the better, right? And that's why soundbars are so good. Just plug it in and then, just use your TV remote and it works, right? Turns on and off, right? Automatically. I saw that it has dynamic EQ, so it changes the sound profile. When you turn the volume down, typically you can't hear the treble and the bass as well as the mid-range, right? And so this will automatically adjust for that. Awesome. So obviously they're using DSP to allow a lot of that to happen. I think that's awesome. It protects itself because of that DSP. It knows when it's going to hit its excursion limits, right? So it's not going to blow up. It's like, all right, that's enough. Also, when you connect the sub on this is what I always want. So a lot of powered speakers do have sub out, but they don't allow for a high pass, right? Which means that the speakers still play full range, which doesn't really help it play louder. Versus with these, you plug in the sub, automatically detects it, and then the speakers can play louder because they're not going to try to play the bass.
Those lower
Look at those knobs.
Right? Yeah. I think one thing that's great about the style of this is that, Klipsch, of course, is known for heritage. They're known for, making speakers from way back in the day when PKW was, making kind of pioneering this era of 2-channel audio. And so you've got that kind of blast from the past as far as the look and the style on that front grille. But then you've paired that with the modern technical side of it, the people that want to just be able to connect that with their Bluetooth. And so I just think that's a pretty cool combination to be able to take kind of blend that old school, look with that fresh, current modern technoloolgy.
Look at the knobs are awesome on that thing. Metal knobs. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That thing was awesome.
Joe and his knobs.
Hey, it's all about having good knobs. So
yeah, I'm sure at CES that I probably made you touch those too because they're cool to the touch. But then they also have that little tactile.
Nod feel is a thing. Nod feel is a real thing.
Kind of give a little bit, they tick a little bit. They're so cool.
Yeah, the European folks
feel it as it hits each one.
Gotcha. But yeah, I'm excited about those. What else? One thing I did notice is it also has the ability to switch left and right, because a lot of times there's one main speaker and then another that's kind of like the passive speaker.
Right.
And so you're able to change the switch on the back, say, okay, I want it to be the left or the right one. So that's, there's a lot of thought put into it. The one thing I noticed is it doesn't have a copper cone.
Ooh.
Not all speakers. Not all
the sixes didn't either.
Yeah.
So it's not reference.
Oh, okay. So reference is the copper.
Oh, okay.
Heritage inspired.
Yeah. Got it. All right.
Now, did they use a paper cone? Most of the Heritage use like a paper cone, or is it like a polymer? Does it show on there, Joe?
I'm not controlling it. Chana's got control.
Okay. Chana's got it.
But it looks like I'm assuming some kind of lightweight material.
It should be with a spec sheet, I would think, on that.
I think the same tweeter as the RP line, if I'm not mistaken.
See, long throw 4.5-inch woofer, 1-inch titanium dome tweeter, Tractrix horn.
Okay, so it doesn't say what it's made of.
I want to try those. I want to try those out.
Oh, there you go.
Definitely want to try those out.
Yeah, because I think all three of us have reviewed the SVS Prime wireless, I believe.
I have
Chana,
not.
you had a pair. Oh, you didn't get one, Joe? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I've heard
Prime
those.
wireless, yes.
So definitely be curious to see how they compare.
Yes. I wasn't a fan of those Prime wireless.
They're okay.
I reviewed the Vanatutu. We all reviewed the Vanatutus that are kind of similar, but they don't have HDMI ARC. I mean, like that's the main thing I kept saying. Gotta have HDMI ARC. So yeah, very, very cool.